Alright, we're gonna give it a little bit of juice here. Too much sauce! Too much sauce! Oh my god! No! What's going on, guys? My name is Kyle and welcome back to the game department. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. For those of you that have been part of our community for a while, you know that we're in the process of building this racing sim. When I first started building the sim, it started as a little project just for me, but I realized that I want to try and run one of our streams from the racing sim and just see how it goes, because why not? So, in preparation of getting everything set up and ready to go for a stream, I thought, what better way to test it than just ask you guys what cars you'd like to see around a specific track. Now, me being Australian, I thought the only track to really go for would be Mount Panorama. So if you are part of our Instagram, if you're not, why aren't you? You should definitely do that. You would have seen that I asked a couple of days ago as to what cars you would want to see try and fly around Mount Panorama. And you guys did not disappoint. So out of all the suggestions that I got, I tried to find mods for Assetto Corsa for all of those car suggestions. I didn't find all of them, but I did find quite a few of them. So I have 4 cars here that I want to pit up against each other, and we're going to see which car is going to be fastest. So the first car that you guys wanted to see was a small Fiat with all-terrain wheels. Now, I couldn't find one with all-terrain wheels, but I did get something that I think will do the job. The second suggestion was a shitbox Civic. Now, I didn't know what the parameters for shitbox Civic were, so I went back to 1991 and I picked up a Civic SIR from back then. So we'll see how this one goes. The third suggestion was an old Volkswagen Combi, so I don't know how that's going to go, but I did find a mod for that as well. This is going to be interesting. And the fourth one was a lawnmower. I don't know what you guys want from me, but I found one of those as well. I didn't think I would, but I did. So we'll see how that goes. So I think what we'll do is we'll load up the track. We'll start with the first suggestion, work our way through, which means we start off with our Fiat. So here we are, we've loaded into Mount Panorama. Now this is our Fiat. This is a Fiat 126P. It is a half-ton, 55 brake horsepower beast of a vehicle that we're going to try and take around this course. Now we're going to start all of these cars in a hot lap start, which means we start the car right before the last corner. We're going to get as much speed as we can, and we're going to start our hot lap immediately. I have no practice with any of these cars, so we're going to learn as we go, and with any luck, we won't die. There are no guarantees because I'm not a very good driver, but we'll see how we go. All right, loading into the first one. Hear that little Fiat engine go. All right, we're going to start our very first hot lap here, coming into the last corner. Now, I know that this car, God, it has very short gearing. This car, I think, has a max speed of 127 kilometers, I think. Now, the brakes, I think, are very bad in this car as well. Oh, God. Now, I don't want to blow the engine because I do have damage on. All right, we're going to start our very, very first hot lap here at Bathurst. Let's see how we go. Let's see how this poor little Fiat goes. We're in 4th gear, which is the highest gear on this car already, which is not very great. We're going to slow down because I don't want to blow this engine. Jump into 3rd, try and hug that corner as hard as we can. The gearing in this car is so short. We're already in our top gear, flying into one of the first straights of this track. 105 kilometers. As I said before, I think the top speed on this car is 127 Ks, and we are going to hit that very, very quickly, and there's going to be nowhere to go. If we hit our top speed this early, we have a longer straight at the end of the course, and I don't think we're going to be able to do anything with it. We are hitting that rev limiter. Coming into the first corner before we start going up the mountain, come off a bit. Now, I know that this car is going to be super light, which means we're going to lose a bunch of traction, which I don't really want to do because that means I'm going straight into a wall. Now, obviously, this car is literally like a Lego brick on wheels, which means it has no downforce. There are no aerodynamics to this vehicle that really help it in a racetrack scenario. Coming into our top left, we're going to go into 3rd, hug the corner as tight as we can. My God, this poor car is struggling just to get up the mountain. I'll be very happy even if we can get this across the line. Coming down the mountain with a little bit more speed and such little traction on this poor little car, I have a feeling we're going straight into a wall. I don't want to. That's going to be the last thing that anybody wants for this poor little Fiat, but unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have much of a choice unless we can hold into it and go a bit slower. Coming to the last left-hand corner before we start going down the mountain, and I can already feel traction starting to slip away from us just slightly. All right, let's try and go down this mountain. Hug it nice and close to the right-hand side. The brakes on this car are not great. Down into 3rd, hold the curb, come down to the sharp right-hand corner here before we start going down. Oh, traction's disappearing from us. Jeez Louise, down to the left, down to the right, and then let's try and get as much power out of this car as we can. Down at the 3rd, I don't know if we can really hold this in 3rd gear. Traction is slipping. I can feel the back end just slightly kicking around. Oh God, please don't lose it down to second. Trying to get as much speed as we can in the last straight of this track. We're in 4th gear. We cannot go any faster, but we have it 130 kilometers, which means we're breaking records with this Fiat. There's nothing we can do. We've got to hold it as much as we can. 4th gear all the way down before we hit the chicane at the end. I have no idea how well we're going to hit this chicane because it is quite a tricky one with visibility, but the traction on this car and the brakes on this car are just absolutely atrocious. Let's see how we go. I definitely don't think this Fiat was designed to be doing hot laps at Mount Panorama. We're going to brake a little bit earlier because the brakes are not great. Down into 3rd, try and keep some momentum, not lose it. The center of gravity of this car is just not great at all. Into 4th, coming into the final corner. This poor little car has not enjoyed its hot lap here at Bathurst. Down into our 3rd. That engine did not like such a change from a high rev. Into 3rd, try and hold the line as best as we can. Into 4th, before we cross the line. 5 minutes and 9 seconds. My God, this poor little Fiat. 5 minutes and 9 seconds. If any of the cars are slower than a 5-minute, 9-second lap, then I don't know what we're going to do. Alright, let's jump into our second car and see how we can improve on that 5 minutes car. Now, this is a 1991 Honda Civic SIR. This has 204 brake horsepower and 950 kilos of weight behind this bad boy. Now, I have any suspicion that this car is definitely going to smoke the Fiat, and I think this might be the fastest car of the day. Alright, we're going to start our very first lap here with our Honda Civic. Alright, let's lead into our very first lap. Now, I know that this car is going to absolutely smoke the poor Fiat. Let alone with speed, but just the cornering capabilities of this car over the Fiat is chalk to cheese. Try and take this nice and wide as we have to, into 3rd. Hold this and see how fast we can get this little car. I know it's got a 5th gear, which I think we can hit over 200 Ks, but it depends on how quickly we can get this car up into 5th. Currently at 195, 200 Ks easy. Absolutely smoking that poor little Fiat. We're going to hit our braking point, drop down into 4th, try and hug this as much as we can. We're going to have to drop down into 3rd because there's not enough power in 4th, into 3rd. Try and get up the mountain. Now I want to try and hold the brakes because this car does get a little bit loose on the traction just like that. Hold it nice and tight into the left. Going up the mountain. Oh, sweet Lord. I don't want to hit any of these walls because the minute we do, it's going to affect the way that the car runs. But judging by the way that this car is capable of going up and around some of these corners, it is absolutely smoking this Fiat. Absolutely smoking the Fiat. Losing a little bit of traction on some of these turns as soon as there are any bumps, especially these cars that have such little downforce that aren't designed to be on Mount Panorama. We lose so much grip. So much grip. Letting that in 2nd. Oh God, don't go to the wall. My God, as soon as that little bump happened, we lose that traction. Coming down. Hold it nice and tight as fast as we can. Oh, I'm gonna die. Please don't die. Hug it nice and tight. Oh, it's not great. Let's see how fast we can get this on the last straight of the course. 4th gear into 5th. We can easily hit 200. How fast can we get it? 200, 210. Oh my Lord, 220. This poor Fiat didn't stand a chance. I instinctively went to shift to 6th, even though there is no 6th gear on this car. Oh no, 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 no. Don't lose it, don't lose it, don't lose it. No, God, no, no. Oh God, try and get back onto the course. Oh no, we've lost so much time. We've lost so much time. As I said, we're not going to care if we hit anything, if we go off track. It is how we get the car from start to finish, regardless of incidents or accidents. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Oh my God. Now, just for clarification, the record on this track in a V8 supercar was set at 1 minute and 59 seconds, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Obviously, they did not do it in a Civic, but 159 compared to 315, I know exactly what lap I would rather be doing. All right, let's jump into our 4th, which I think is going to be just as interesting as the first. Number 3, here we go. Volkswagen Combi. Now, I don't know why I ask you guys questions, because this is the cars that we end up with. This is a lowered VW Combi. There was no specs on brake horsepower. There were no specs on weight. All I know is that this thing sounds mean, but I know that the center of gravity on this car is so high, it is going to roll a hell of a lot. And I'm so nervous to have to try and take this thing down the mountain, let alone try and get the bloody thing up there to start off with. So let's jump in. Let's see how we go. Oh God, it looks like you would be driving a Combi, I guess. All right. Listen to it. The thing absolutely purrs. All right. Let's get our very first lap off and going. Now again, I'm pretty sure this one only goes up to its 4th gear, but I'm sure we'll find out when we get to that first straight after our first corner. What are the brakes like in this bad boy? Oh, squeaky. Oh, they've done a pretty good job in this mod of actually making it feel like it has some weight. All right, 2nd gear. Heading into our very first straight, into 3rd. 110 already, it's going to beat the Fiat, which is a surprise. I didn't think it would. All right, let's get on the brakes, jump down into 2nd. Oh, the body roll on this car. Oh my sweet God. Okay, into 2nd. Let's try and get it in as fast as we can on this first straight. 145. Please, for the love of God, get to 150. Come on, come on. Oh God, we have to start braking. Try and whip this thing around. My Lord. The body roll on this poor car. Down to 2nd to try and get some speed up the mountain. Oh God, it's struggling. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. We're gonna have to pretty much stay in 2nd the entire time to try and get up this mountain. Oh my God. I know as soon as we start hitting any sort of bumps and get any sort of speed, this poor thing is gonna be like trying to drive a house brick. Alrighty, into 3rd. Let's try and get some speed coming down these last little crested parts at the top here. I am losing traction. I could feel it sliding. Oh my God, it's got such an intense roll. Coming down on the left here, the last left-hand turn before we start going down the mountain. Alright, I'm going to try and hug it nice and close to this right-hand part here. It's so hard to know how wide it is. Oh God, it's losing anything. Down to the 2nd. Oh, use some of that freaking roll to your advantage. Again, hard left. Oh my God. Let's try and get some speed on this last little part here before we hit the corner before the stretch on the left-hand turn. Brake nice and quick. Go over locking up that right tyre. Hold it, hold it. There we go. Let's see how fast we can get down this final straight. Now the time for the Civic was 3:15, so we got a 3:15 to beat. I have a kind of good feeling about this. I don't think we're going to beat 3:15 at all. We're in 4th gear. Is there a 5th? There is not a 5th. It's 4th gear. Hold it in there. 165. We are faster than the Fiat. I think the Fiat's going to be the least of today, depending on how quick the car number 4 is going to be. Let's try and hug that right-hand side. We're going to have to brake early because this, what I think is a lot of weight in such a car not designed for track purposes. My God, you hit those curbs and you can hear the springs in the suspension. Literally like having a boat at Mount Panorama. We're going to go into 2nd, try and hug that curve as hard as we can. Oh my God, this is our last little part of our final lap. 4 minutes and 39 seconds. Oh my God, look, it was faster than the Fiat, but unfortunately it was nowhere near enough to last with the Civic. 4 minutes and 39 seconds. Oh my sweet Lord. My God. I kind of felt like that was fast as well. I think it's just because the body roll is so intense that it feels a lot faster than it actually is. Alright, we're going to move into our car number 4, which I don't know if we can really call a car, but we're going to give it a go anyway. So here we are at car number 4, or vehicle number 4. I don't know if you'd really call this a car. This is a lawnmower. I didn't actually think that I would find a lawnmower mod for Assetto Corsa. I thought that was more of a farming simulator sort of vibe, but it exists. This is the Honda Racing Team lawnmower. It comes in at 140 kilos with 109 brake horsepower. Now that's a quarter of the weight of the Fiat, but twice as much power. So I don't know how this is going to go. I guarantee the traction is going to be atrocious. But let's see how fast we can get this thing around Mount Panorama, if at all. All right, we're on our lawnmower, and it sounds very terrifying to be sitting on. Let's jump into 1st. Oh God, no, God. Yeah, I was 100%. The traction is so hard to deal with. Okay. Oh, I don't even know what the times are going to be, or if we can even get this thing around the course. Corners are going to have to be really slow. Oh my god, I can't even do it in a straight line. All right, let's let's try again. Let's try a little bit harder. All right, let's try that again. The traction on this is absolutely atrocious. You've got to really be soft on the throttle. I'm going to shift early because as soon as it starts to get into those higher ranges of the RPMs, it does not do very well. Even at these lower levels of the range of revs, it is so difficult to hold on to. Oh my sweet lord, who does this? What is wrong with you people? Down into second, I'm assuming would be the best gear. I have no idea. Oh god. There is no way we're going to be able to get this to its top speed without dying. Although we're doing pretty well. What are we, 170 kilometers an hour? You're joking me. 180? This thing's going to hit 200 Ks if we can keep it on the road. It's, oh my sweet god. Oh god, 200 kilometers, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Let's get back down. Down into fourth. Try and hold some level of control. Oh my god. Alright, going up the mountain here. I feel like going up the mountain is going to be a little bit more successful for us because we have, oh my god, the pitch of the track working with us. Oh, sweet god. I'm terrified right now. And I'm doing this in a simulator. My lord, this is why simulators are good. I couldn't imagine anybody in real life doing this. Why would you do this? Oh, God. Alright, we're going to give it a little bit of juice here. Too much sauce! Too much sauce! Oh, my God! No! God. Oh, we know the rules. As long as the car still runs, the lap still counts. Oh, God. Ah, fourth gear. This thing is impossible. Impossible to keep traction of. I'm flat foot right now in fifth gear. 170 kilometers. Let's try and slow down before we lose it. Oh god, third gear. How is it going to go around these two little hairpin around here? This little chicane is not going to be great. Oh god. Oh my god, second gear. Whipping it around. Let's try and get as fast as we can in this last little section. I have a feeling this could be a semi-okay lap. This might even beat the Combi. If I could keep it on the bloody course. Second into third. All the way down as fast as we can. I got my foot flat right now. Flat-footed, sixth gear. Let's hit 200 Ks. Let's hit 200 Ks. I wonder if this rocks with the seventh. It absolutely does not. 205 kilometers. 203, sorry. Oh my god, 203 Ks. Are you freaking insane? 205, there it is. 206, 207. Can we hit 210? Can we hit 210? We're not going to hit 210. Alright, we're going to have to start slowing down. At least because the car only weighs 140 kilos. It is very easy to start slowing down, but I'm going to lose a bunch of traction as soon as we start to try and take off. Oh my god. Fourth gear, coming into the last final corner. This might even beat our Combi time. I think this is definitely going to beat our Combi time. I don't think it's going to beat our Civic. There's no chance this beats our Civic. Does take off pretty quick. 318! Oh my god, it was 3 seconds away from our Civic. Oh my god, I think if we didn't have that little spill at the top of the course, we would have hit our Civic time. My god, who does this to poor lawnmowers? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? This is absolutely terrifying to drive. Oh my god. Far out. I'm not even that fast. You guys are freaking insane. And there you go. Here are our final times. We have the Civic, the lawnmower, the Combi, and then the Fiat in last. I think we all knew the Fiat was going to come last, but I definitely did not expect this lawnmower to come anywhere close to the Civic's time. Only 3 seconds off. I think that's not a bad effort for such a ridiculous car. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up. I also know this is a little bit different to the content we normally make, but if you did enjoy it, please let me know. If you want to see more of this content, please let me know. I would greatly appreciate your face. If you want to join us anywhere else, I will leave links to all of our social media in the description. If you want to come and see us do this sort of stuff on stream, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at twitch.tv/The Game Department. You should definitely come and check it out. It's money back guarantee. Other than that, I'm going to leave you to it. I hope you had a good morning. I hope you have a good night. Bye.